two best friends. Their names were Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad both hibernated through the winter. But soon April came. And when April comes, what happens?
It's time to wake up!
Frog was very happy to get up and greet the spring. But did Toad get up?
No!
Toad was stubborn, and Frog needed some help.
Wake up, Toad! It's spring time! Sorry, Frog. Why did you say so?
Now Miss Farmer's class will read the story, Spring.
Spring. Frog went up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door, and there was no answer. Toad, Toad, cried Frog. Shouted Frog, wake up, it's spring. Blow, said a voice from inside the house. Toad, Toad, cried Frog. The sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up, I am not here, said the voice. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. Toad, where are you? Called Frog. Go away, said the voice. From a corner of the room, Toad was lying in bed. He pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed. He pushed him out of the house into the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. Help, said Toad, I cannot see. Don't be silly, said Frog. What you see is a clear, warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad. Think of it, said Frog. We will skirt through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in a river, and in the evenings we will sit right on this front porch and count the stars. You can count them, Frog, said Toad. I will be too tired. I am going back to bed. Toad went back into the house. He got into bed. He pulled over the covers over his head again. But Toad, cried Frog, you will miss all the fun. Listen, Frog, said Toad, how long have I been asleep? You have been asleep since November, said Frog. Well then, said Toad, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about 9:30. Good night, Frog. But Toad, said Frog, I will be lonely until then. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January page, the February page, and the March page. He came to the April page. Frog tore off the April page too. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. Toad, Toad, wake up. It's May now. What? Said Toad. Can it be May so soon? Yes, said Frog. Look at your calendar. Toad looked at the calendar. The May page is on top. Why, it is May, said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring.
Sing, tweet, 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 let's bring the spring.
Toad and Frog both checked their mailboxes. Toad told Frog he never got any letters, and that made him really sad. Frog did not want his best friend to be sad, so he wrote Toad a letter himself. And guess who Frog asked to deliver the letter for him?
The bees.
No.
The birds.
Nope.
The snail.
The snail, that's right. And the snail promised to deliver it as quickly as she could. Now Mrs. Ball's class will read the letter.
The letter. Toad was sitting on his front porch. Frog came along and said, "What is the matter, Toad? You are looking sad." "Yes," said Toad, "this is my sad time of day. It is the time when I wait for the mail to come. It always makes me very unhappy." "Why is that?" asked Frog. "Because I never get any mail," said Toad. "Not ever?" asked Frog. "No, never," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter. Every day my mailbox is empty. That is why waiting for the mail is a sad time for me." Frog and Toad sat on the porch feeling sad together. Then Frog said, I have to go home now. There is something that I must do." Frog hurried home. He found a pencil and a piece of paper and wrote on the paper. He put the paper in an envelope. On the envelope he wrote, "A letter for Toad." Frog ran out of his house. He saw a snail that he knew. "Snail," said Frog, please take this letter to Toad's house and put it in his mailbox." "Sure," said the snail, "right away." Then Frog ran back to Toad's house. Toad was in bed taking a nap. "Toad," said Frog, "I think you should get up and wait for the mail some more." "No," said Toad, "I'm tired of waiting for the mail." Frog looked out the window. At Toad's mailbox, the snail was still not there yet. "Frog," said Toad, "you never know when someone may send you a letter." No, said Toad, "I do not think anyone will ever send me a letter." Frog looked out the window. The snail was not there yet. But Toad said, "Frog, someone may send you a letter too." "Don't be silly," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter before, and no one will send me a letter today." Frog looked out of the window. The snail was still not there. "Frog, why do you keep looking out of the window?" asked Toad. "Because now I'm waiting for the mail," said Frog. "But there will not be any," said Toad. "Oh, yes, there will," said Frog, "because I have sent you a letter." "You have," said Toad. "What did you write in the letter?" Frog said, "I wrote, 'Dear Frog, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog.'" "Oh," said Toad, "that makes a very good letter." Then Frog and Toad went out onto the front porch to wait for the mail. They sat there feeling happy together. Frog and Toad waited a long time. 4 days later, the snail got to Toad's house and gave him the letter from Frog. Toad was very pleased to have it.
So much fun during the springtime. You wouldn't believe all the things they did. Things like
planting gardens, flying kites, having picnics.
the days flew by, and soon it was summer. And what is one of our favorite things about summer?
Swimming!
Now, Mrs. Davis's class will read the swim.
A swim. Toad and Frog went down to the river. What a day for a swim, said Frog. Yes, said Toad, I'll go behind these rocks and put on my bathing suit. I don't wear a bathing suit, said Frog. Well, I do, said Toad. Why not? Asked Frog. Because I look funny in my bathing suit. That is why, said Toad. Frog closed his eyes when Toad came out from behind the rocks. Toad was wearing his bathing suit. Don't peek, he said. Frog and Toad jumped into the water. They swam all afternoon. Frog swam fast and made big splashes. Toad swam slowly and made smaller splashes. A turtle came along the riverbank. Frog, tell that turtle to go away, said Toad. I do not want him to see me in my bathing suit when I come out of the river. Frog swam over to the turtle. Turtle, said Frog, you have to go away. Why should I ask the turtle? Because Toad thinks that he looks funny in his bathing suit, and he does not want you to see him, said Frog. Some lizards were sitting nearby. Does Toad really look funny in his bathing suit? They asked. A snake crawled out of the grass. If Toad looks funny in his bathing suit, said the snake, then I for one want to see. We want to see him too, said two dragonflies. Me too, said a field mouse. I have not seen anything funny in a long time. Frog swam back to Toad. I am sorry, Toad, he said. Everyone wants to see how you will look. Then I will stay right here until they go away, said Toad. The turtle and the lizards and the snake and the dragonflies and the field mouse all sat on the riverbank. They waited for Toad to come out of the water. Please, cried Frog, please go away. But no one went away. Toad was getting colder and colder. He began to shiver and sneeze. I'll have to come out of the water, said Toad. I'll catch cold. Toad climbed out of the river. The water dripped out of his bathing and down into his feet. The turtle laughed, the lizard laughed, the snake laughed, the field mouse laughed, and Frog laughed. What are you laughing at, Frog, said Toad. I'm laughing at you, Toad, said Frog, because you do look funny in your bathing suit. Of course I do, said Toad. Then he picked up his clothes and went home.
What is another thing that we love about summer?
Lemonade!
That's right. And what goes perfectly with a tall, cool glass of lemonade?
Cookies!
Exactly. One sunny summer day, Toad baked some cookies to share with his friend Frog after dinner. But do you think that Toad and Frog could wait that long to eat all the cookies?
No!
That's right. After all, what fun is baking cookies if you can't share them with all your friends?
Yeah! Eating cookies, we're so happy. Eating cookies, we adore. Cookies, we go cookies. Baby to the top. Just one more. Eating cookies, we're so happy. Eating cookies, we adore. Cookies, we go cookies. We will never stop. Let's have more.
Not eat any, said Frog. God gave us friends. I'm so thankful God is our best friend. Did you